In the Buddhist doctrine of the 6 realms of samsara, one of these realms is known as the hungry ghost realm or Gaki realm. It is believed that individuals who committed severe sins during their lives may fall into the hungry ghost realm after death, where they become hungry ghosts and endure eternal torment of hunger and thirst. The 6 realms are the different worlds that sentient beings enter after death, and they consist of the heavenly realm, Asura realm, human realm, animal realm, hungry ghost realm, and hell realm. These realms represent the 6 types of rebirth in Buddhist cosmology. Those who fall into the hungry ghost realm are said to suffer from insatiable hunger. Even if they manage to find food, it instantly turns to fire before they can eat it. There is a story in Inga Monogatari Tales of Karma that illustrates this concept. In Edo-era Iwabaraki village, there was a very miserly and insatiable man who lived to be 70 years old. After his death, he became a hungry ghost. He would demand to eat 4 or 5 liters of rice every day, but he never felt satisfied. In the end, he starved to death. As a hungry ghost, after his death, his spirit possessed his daughter-in-law, who suffered greatly. She kept crying out, "I want to eat. I want to eat." The villagers came to offer their condolences for this man, and his spirit left his daughter-in-law's body, allowing her to return to normal. When a hungry ghost possesses a person, it's referred to as Gakisuki or hungry ghost possession. It's believed that when a hungry ghost possesses someone, that person experiences unbearable hunger and excruciating suffering. Foxfires, also known as ghost fires or phosphorescent fires, are believed to be fires created by foxes. According to folklore, on New Year's Eve, foxes from various regions gather in Edo, now Tokyo, and raise numerous torches for their offspring. This creates a spectacular scene, but as night turns into day, areas where the fox procession has passed often experience fires. This phenomenon is vividly depicted in the artwork of Toriyama Sekion. Only the distant silhouettes of the foxes are visible, but the torches they hold in their mouths are clearly visible, and the flames appear eerie when swayed by the wind. There are various legends surrounding foxfires, with different explanations. In some accounts, foxes are said to produce fires by carrying horse bones in their mouths, while in Gifu Prefecture, it's believed they can ignite fires using the toenails of horses. People who witness foxfires at night are often at risk of getting lost or losing belongings, and some even believe they can be transformed into foxes. These unexplained occurrences lead people to attribute them to fox mischief. In a tale from Nagasaki, a samurai living below Haru Castle saw a burning foxfire and, along with a group of young men, surrounded it. Surprisingly, the foxfire jumped over the young men, emitting a thud sound. Upon closer inspection, it seemed to resemble human bones. People thought foxes ignited fires by striking each other's tails or using bones and gemstones. It's even said that foxes' breath can produce light. In a different story, a young man saw a mysterious fire resembling torches at dawn. Mistaking it for foxfires, he approached a small shrine near a rice-field path and saw a group of about 20 to 30 foxes playing. The fire he witnessed was the breath emitted by the foxes. As the foxes moved, flames flickered from their mouths. This fire glowed about 2 to 3 feet away from the foxes, now approximately 60 to 90 centimeters, but did not continuously emit light. Foxfires typically appear in the winter and late at night. Sometimes they appear in groups, and witnesses have described them as larger and more terrifying than regular fires. Foxes have long been associated with human beliefs and customs. In both China and Japan, encountering a fox is seen as an omen, which could be good or bad. People who see foxes often bow with clasped hands and pray for the safety of their families. Foxes, believed to be spiritual beings, are thought to possess the power to heal, cure diseases, and ward off calamities. In traditional agrarian societies, foxes had a significant number of followers, and many villages had dedicated shrines to fox deities. When seeking blessings or divine intervention, individuals would hang red banners at these shrines and make offerings to the fox deities. Otherwise, the fox deities might disturb households by causing chaos and bringing misfortunes, known as kitsunsuki or fox possession. Apart from these beliefs, there are many legends of fox possession. In Shimane Prefecture, there is a creature called kitsunsuki. Smaller than regular foxes and resembling yellow weasels, they often appear in homes, and if someone unreasonably dislikes them, these creatures may possess that person. People possessed by them become abnormally irritable and aggressive. Dealing with such entities is challenging. They can provide convincing answers to various questions. For example, if asked, "Where are you from?" they might respond,
"I'm from the Yamaguchi-dara Ohio family."
When asked why they've come, they answer,
"I've come to avenge my master."
When people inform them there are no enemies of their master in the area, they persistently want to discuss conditions for leaving. They express a desire to eat red bean rice, tofu skins, and other delicious foods. For the sake of getting rid of them, people reluctantly provide them with a sumptuous feast. After gorging on food, they still aren't satisfied and make a demand. They may request ownership of the house or land it's situated on, threatening to take the person's life if their request isn't met. At this point, those present finally lose patience. They collectively suppress the person possessed and resort to acupuncture. Needles are applied to the firm parts of their face. The possessed person immediately begs for mercy, saying,
"I'll leave right away. Please spare me."
After several rounds of acupuncture, the possessed individual falls unconscious. When they regain consciousness, the possessing entity, the fox, has disappeared without a trace. In addition to this, there's a superstition in Japan that wearing new straw sandals after sunset can turn a person into a fox. Therefore, whether they are sandals or leather shoes, if they are new, they should only be worn in the morning. Wearing new shoes in the evening is strictly avoided. In case it's necessary, the soles should be coated with soot or ink, and they can be worn only after drying. Moreover, there is a legend that when the sun sets while it's raining, it means a fox is getting married. If such a phenomenon is encountered, it's best to avoid it. In Akira Kurosawa's film Dreams, the first dream sequence features a young boy witnessing a fox wedding in a forest on a rainy day. Foxes are known to dislike being discovered, so during their wedding procession, they periodically turn around to check if anyone is following them. This peculiar behavior adds an element of mystery and curiosity to the legends surrounding foxes. In Chinese and Japanese folklore, stories of humans marrying foxes are quite common. In Gifu Prefecture's Ono district, a man encountered a beautiful woman in the wilderness, and they fell in love at first sight, eventually getting married and having children. Little did he know that his wife was actually a fox. One day, she revealed her true form, barked like a dog, and returned to the wild. Heartbroken, the husband called out to the fox, pleading not to be forgotten. He emphasized the need for his wife to take care of their child and said,
"Come back to sleep soon."
The phrase kasun, which means come back to sleep soon, sounds similar to the Japanese word for fox, hu. This linguistic connection between the word for fox and the story remains interesting. Similar stories of marrying foxes are prevalent in Japan, with various versions. Typically, the husband learns about his wife's true identity, and during busy farming seasons, the fox wife returns to help her husband with the harvest, resulting in abundant crops. These stories preserve the fox's role as a deity related to agriculture. In Japan, Inari shrines dedicated to fox deities are widespread, often referred to as Inari-sama or simply Inari. These shrines are commonly associated with praying for prosperity in business. Much like the Chinese earth god temples found in various regions, the fox deity is considered a symbol of abundant harvests and agricultural fertility. The Kawaso is a well-known Yokai supernatural creature. From Ishikawa Prefecture, Japan, during the Edo period, its original form is believed to be the Japanese river otter, but some stories attribute it to being a transformed kappa, another yokai known for its water-related mischief. In Toriyama and Sakin's illustrations, the Kawaso resembles a creature similar to a weasel or yellow-throated marten, and like foxes, tanuki, and nakamata, it's considered an intelligent and clever creature. Kawaso is also skilled at shape-shifting and can transform into various forms, such as a young woman around 20 years old, or a child wearing checkered clothing. However, even in human attire, it retains some otter-like characteristics, making it easily recognizable as a yokai. The Kawaso is not typically considered a malevolent or terrifying yokai. Rather, it enjoys playing pranks, particularly involving stealing fish. Interestingly, if someone were to ask the Kawaso, "Who are you?" it would often respond with a
Roar!
which is a slurred and unclear way of saying, "It's me." If further questioned about where it came from, it would simply answer,
From the river Kauai.
The Kawaso is thus a rather whimsical and mischievous yokoi. Many legends surrounding the Kawaso are related to fish theft and disturbances caused to fishermen. In the Sugaru region of Aomori Prefecture, people regarded the Kawaso as a peculiar creature. Some even believed that the Kawaso could turn into a floating human head and scare fishermen, telling them to release their catch, causing them to lose their mental faculties as if possessed. In Tokyo Honjo Shichifushi, there is a famous ghost story. It tells of a man who, after catching a basket full of fish happily from the moat, was on his way home when he heard a voice saying, "Release them! Release them!" The man became terrified and hurried back home. When he opened the basket, he found it empty. People believed it was the work of the Kawaso. Not all stories about the Kawaso are lighthearted, though. There have been incidents of Kawaso causing harm to humans. For example, in the old days, there was a cunning Kawaso in the moat of Kanazawa Castle in Kaga. One evening, a lustful young man met a woman wearing a conical hat near the moat. He managed to bring her home, but found her unsettling. He invited friends over to chat with her, and he hid in another room. As the woman refused to take off her hat, the friends took turns talking to her, but no matter what they said, she only responded with, "I want to see him." One of the friends replied, "He has urgent matters to attend to and won't return until late at night." The woman said, "Then I'll go meet him." She removed her hat and went outside, and the face like old women. When they went to check on the man in the other room, they found him dead. To their astonishment, his genitals had been cut off and placed next to his body. It's said that the Kawaso can take on a female form, wear a kimono, and hide its face with an umbrella. When greeted by a young man, it would remove the umbrella, revealing an old woman's face, and attack and bite him during the moment of shock. Shigeru Mizuki, known as the Yokai doctor, shared his thoughts on the Kawaso. He mentioned that more than a century ago, the rivers and coasts of his hometown had Kawaso, and it was so quiet at night that a whispered word could seemingly reach the depths of hell. The presence of Kawaso didn't seem strange back then. Today, with rivers, coasts, and fishing boats more crowded, the sightings of the Kawaso might be rare or non-existent.
Ara, kawaii toda.
Kawaso.